Well, rise and shine, everyone. It is Groundhog Day. Today, Punxsutawney Phil emerged from his burrow and let us all know that we can expect 6 more weeks of winter.
No. Sorry.
I was waiting for Tim's reaction because I could see your face during all that. You're like, no, please.
Why?
Well, listen, it's not the worst thing.
I know, and I know some folks really do like the winter. I don't want to get in trouble. People are going to start writing it like, Tim hates winter. I don't hate winter.
I just like summer better.
I just like summer better.
It is what it is. Well, good morning, friends. Thanks so much for joining us here on Up with KREM. I'm Channing Curtis.
And I'm Tim Pham. Well, meteorologist Thomas Patrick is certified most accurate, and so is our weather team. And I trust you guys a lot more, Thomas. So tell us, what do you think?
Yeah.
Is this little rodent accurate?
Well, I just hope I'm a little bit better than 40%, which is Phil's accuracy when it comes to the 6 more weeks of winter or spring is coming soon. And Tim likes the first half of winter better than the second half of winter, so he doesn't hate winter. He just likes it when it's around Christmas time, which we had plenty of that. But our forecast moving forward, not for the next 6 weeks, but the next 6 days, are going to trend a lot more mild, and it does look pretty cloudy over Doppler radar as of right now, and we do have a storm system that's starting to brew over the Pacific Ocean. That'll give us rain chances later on over the weekend. Looks like it's fairly overcast, but we're still 13 minutes away to sunrise, so we'll have our own prognostication if there are any groundhogs living in Spokane in just a couple minutes.
Happening today, the new Value Village on Wellesley opens this morning. The old location on Boone is closing to make room for the new downtown stadium. It's expected to become a part of the parking garage or expand future parking and transportation needs. The Spokane Public Facilities bought the property for more than $5 million last year.
And today, the Spokane County Sheriff John Knowles is expected to speak in Olympia. He'll be talking about a new bill regarding the purchase of guns. The bill proposes a 10-day waiting period, safety training requirements, and updating background check procedures. The hearing is expected to begin at 8 a.m. As the homeless encampment off of I-90 continues to shrink, Spokane city leaders held a press conference on Wednesday addressing progress and next steps for the site. This morning, KREM 2's Brandon T. Jones is joining us live near that camp. So Brandon, we know that safely relocating people who are still at the camp was a major focus during that press conference, but what else did they have to say?
Well, yeah, Tim, Channing, there's still about 124 people who are living at this encampment right now, and that means they're still doing efforts and working with groups trying to find them proper living conditions. While those efforts continue, the city will be utilizing a grant that's giving them $25 million in funding. That's the right of way initiative and moving people into proper housing. That includes the Catalyst Project, which is open as a relief center. So far, 52 individuals are living in that location, and more are expected to move in within the coming weeks. During yesterday's press conference, city officials also acknowledged the efforts of local groups that have been helping relocate those who have been here at the encampment.
I am hopeful that everything that was said here will continue on into the future, because we're going to need these folks to come up with these solutions.
Looking forward, the Washington State Department of Transportation has said they'll be moving the gate that surrounds the camp further in. They expect that process to start next Monday and move the gate within 50 feet. Reporting live in Spokane, Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.
All right, Brandon, thank you. We know you'll stay on top of that. Well, the city of Spokane Valley is expected to pay $4 million for repairs to its city hall just 5 years after a failed construction.
I think that everyone has been very patient and recognized that it's our responsibility to make sure that all items get repaired and that we're in a building that is operating to its fullest extent.
The City Council unanimously approved funding for 2 building repair contracts. One will investigate what repairs are needed. The other will be for the construction process. Repairs on the building are expected to start sometime this spring. You may remember 3 years ago, the city filed a lawsuit against the original construction company, Meridian Construction, for structural damages. The first trial for that lawsuit is set for August 7th.
Just about 7:06 right now. Let's take a look at your morning rush. More news in less time. Governor Jay Inslee tested positive for COVID again. A press release from Inslee's office says the governor does have mild symptoms. He will continue working and will take meetings virtually. This is the second time Inslee tested positive. He did receive his second round of booster shots in March of last year. Yesterday, a judge sentenced Ashley Horning to 14 years in prison. Horning was found guilty for the murder of her ex-boyfriend's mom in 2019. Now, following her release, she will be on probation for 3 years. An excavation crew discovered a set of remains in Lewiston. The crew was digging a trench when they found a skull and bones. The crew then immediately stopped their work and called 911. Police are now investigating, but they have not confirmed if these remains are human. Well, the 4th annual Coeur d'Alene Boat Expo continues this morning. The expo kicked off yesterday and runs through Monday. Now, this event is free for everyone, and the expo will be even doing a raffle for a free boat. Doors open at 10 this morning at the Hagadone Marine Center. And tonight, the Gonzaga men's basketball team faces Santa Clara in the Kennel. Tip-off is for tonight at 8. The Zags are now ranked number 12 in the latest AP poll. After tonight, the Zags will then face off against St. Mary's this weekend. And that's a look at your morning rush.
Have to fight for justice.
Thousands gathered in a Memphis church to remember Tyree Nichols. The 29-year-old died last month after a group of Memphis police officers beat him during a traffic stop. Those officers have been charged and fired for the murder. Now, Nichols' death is sparking renewed calls for police reform as his family mourns.
Tyree was a beautiful person, and for this to happen to him is just unimaginable.
Vice President Kamala Harris was among those who spoke at the funeral. Nichols' mom and stepdad will attend the State of the Union next week. President Biden is set to meet with members of the Congressional Black Caucus today to discuss the George Floyd Justice in Policing Act.